Excited we're back.
We're going to talk about Scandal, and we're
And
back.
yes, this episode is Boom Goes the Dynamite.
Yes.
Which I don't think was really apropos to the episode, but
They
whatever.
said it. They did say Boom Goes the Dynamite in the episode.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Really
Okay, good job, Shonda.
cheesy and weird, and I felt awkward when it was said.
President Grant Fitzgerald Grant III is
How do you know his full name like that?
because my last name is Grant, so I totally clocked it.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. You guys are related.
He's kind of my third cousin.
You look alike.
He's having like a breakdown or something. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's like drinking a lot. He doesn't want to be with Olivia after the whole
But he's still obsessed with her because
but he's still obsessed with her.
We find out that he hired the guy from Felicity. His name's Jake Ballard. That's why Jake Ballard is watching Olivia, because Fitz hired him to do this.
If you don't mind my asking, we've made the jump from photo surveillance to video surveillance.
That's not a question.
I was wondering why.
I have my reasons.
For me, seeing Fitz be even more creepy, it's just like, I'm just like, told y'all.
Well, no, they have pushed him over the edge because
He is.
okay, yes, he has had a very hands-on, I won't use the word violent, but yes, at times violent, hands-on relationship with Olivia, and it seems to be their dynamic. That doesn't make it right, but that seems to be their dynamic.
Yeah.
And also after that, the whole sex closet thing, the computer room closet thing, where he was like, oh, you just make, you know how to give me a boner, or I can't control my boners. That also was an open door for Olivia to shut it down.
She needs to just read him up and down the way she does everybody else.
She sure does. She needs to set him straight. I don't care if love is not that ugly, okay? But I'm gonna get ugly. Because you are not going to talk to me all kind of ways, all kind of sideways, and not expect it to come back at you, you know?
Jake is not dumb. He senses that something is going on. P.S. He's falling for Olivia.
Well, and this is okay. Let's jump to Jake Ballard. Good segue. So I was really creeped out by him because I was like, ooh, there's some allure about him, and then we find out he's spying on Olivia.
And then there was like, she takes off her robe and he's watching her, and he's like clearly into it, and then he's like,
you know what? And you know what? I was like, you are a good man, Charlie Brown, because I would have left that bad boy playing.
Yeah, right. You know what? We saw him turn off one screen. He had like 8 other screens still going. He's like, this will make me look good.
He had that. He has a litany of tapes recorded of Olivia undressing.
Did you notice that she had like this curly hair thing going on? Was that her hair? I'm so confused.
I thought the same thing. I was like, so I don't think Kerry Washington's hair is that long. I don't think that they put on a Jerry curl wig for her, but what I think they might have done is that taken the front part of her natural hair and put it in the water, and then it went.
Yeah.
Gay, I could get elected. Gay, I could take all the way. Give me 10 years and I can make a gay president. Will?
I'm not gay.
So we have a problem. Because this, single, celibate, no women or men anywhere, no virility, no testosterone, no passion, that's fatal.
Hold on.
So Olivia is tasked with finding him a fake wife. And that's kind of like their whole MO, which then leads to, a little bit of a scandal there. The whole reason he's not married is that he's sleeping with his brother's wife. And that whole thing I just thought was... I don't know. I guess I kind of saw it coming. I'm not sure.
You absolutely saw it coming. I'm going to tell you right now, you saw it coming because it was so predictable.
Because they were super close family, which is always weird.
You knew it was coming. They had all these looks when they were talking, and camera angles were clearly telling you that they were together. This was a really, really poor plot thing. I was not into it at all. I was over it.
Yeah, the new subplot here with the David Rosen story is that the girl was close to finding out who this mole is, to go back to the whole mole storyline. she was figuring out who it is, and apparently the mole is the person that killed her. So this episode, we find out that the mole is CIA Director Osborne. So no one was right when guessing the mole, because we've never seen this person before.
Ever. Never even heard of him.
For me, this episode just didn't really do it for me. I even felt like the Huck smells thing. I was just like over it before it even started.
Does Huck
Stink? Yes. I haven't. Like he hasn't showered in days.
Tell him he smells. Why is everyone just walking around talking about he's funky? Somebody sit him down in a kind way.
Yeah,
Say,
it was like,
hey, boo-boo.
even Olivia didn't want to tell him initially. And you know what? To their credit, maybe they didn't want to tell him because they're afraid that he would kill them. Don't piss him off, you know? Cyrus is really on the outs with the president. They do not have a good relationship anymore. And what is so funny is Cyrus doesn't know that Mellie, I thought her name was Millie. Apparently it's really Mellie.
I really did think it was Mellie, but I don't know.
You thought it was Mellie and not Millie?
I did think it was Mellie, yeah.
I'm sorry. Someone called me out on saying it wrong.
They love to tear you down.
I cannot
they will
slip a
you.
damn thing past you guys.
They will check you so quick.
Seriously, this is serious business. So Mellie sold Cyrus out last episode, and he's finally starting to catch on.
But that comes right back around to bite her because
he is not the one to mess with. Because
Iris is a bear.
He is just as devious as she is.
He is, and so he doesn't know what to do, and Olivia gives him some advice. She says, hey, just leave Mellie alone because she will mess everything up with Fitz. She always does.
Mm-hmm.
And then
leave her to her own devices and she'll screw it up. On the fashion tip, I was out of control, obsessed with that dress.
I'm so mad that you got to it before I did because I literally wrote down in my notes, I was like, who made the dress, Francesca? How much money does it cost? What did you think about it? As soon as I saw it, I was like...
The dress is Escada, and I have not been able to find out how much it is, but I'm gonna price it at around like $1,300. That dress is the business. It is just... She looks so...
I'm gonna steal that phrase, the business. I like that.
She looked so good. Can we talk about that moment that Fitz sees her on the phone?
How real was that? How real was that? You know when that's happened, when you see somebody across the way that are at the same event that you're in love with, and they're like...
and you could tell she's flirting, you know, she was giggling and blushing and he was pissed.
Livid.
Abby and David, I think they had sex like 2 times this episode.
They did. They sure did. In a car, no less. I was like, I don't know how people do that. That just seems so uncomfortable and complicated. What? Plus, I'm 6'1". I'm too big for all that. I wouldn't. My big ass
You're
could
like,
not.
do you have an Escalade? Because otherwise, we are not getting down in this little Fiat.
I'm gonna get a stretched lip up in this bad boy. That's the only way it's happening. Shoot. First of all, why are you at school and it's that dark in the school? You don't work that way. All of a sudden, Scandal turns into a horror movie.
I wrote down the exact same thing.
And they do it twice in this episode. And I was like, okay, first of all, you should have learned your lesson the first time when you were walking around in the dark. And why are you working that late?
The person that's been stalking David Rosen is Wendy's best friend, Molly. These names are just so generic, I can't even deal.
I mean, the best one is Olivia, let's be honest. And Quinn.
So she's the one that kind of like cracks the case about who potentially killed Wendy. And again, it's this Albatross guy who is actually the CIA director.
What's going to happen with Jake Ballard and Olivia and this new love triangle that's established with Fitz now?
Oh, that's really good. Well, what's going to happen when Fitz figures out that Jake is the... I'm really surprised that he didn't put 2 and 2 together. I could see a fight happening.
I could see a outright fist fight happening in the Oval, and like this guy being Jake Ballard being fired, or maybe even more public, something like with Olivia there. That would be a great end to the season.
Yeah, and Olivia could stand there in the middle, like
with that neck, with that shaky chin.
When Olivia was telling her client to like lock it up with the affair, she kind of was talking about herself a little bit. I think that this love triangle could get very messy because she's clearly into Jake. And once Fitz finds out, it's going down. So tell us in the comments what you think will happen, and we will see you guys next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.